Hi everyone, Adam with etrailer.com. Today we have a 2019 Ram 1500 and we're going to be taking a look at the Extang Trifecta 2.0 tonneau cover. So what sets this tonneau cover apart from most, it is going to have a canvas top. This is going to be a little bit more scratch resistant than your vinyl tops, and it's going to last a little bit longer. Some of those vinyl tops will shrink in the sun. This is going to do a better job of dispersing all that heat. On top of that, you're not going to have that reflection entering into your cab when the sun's behind you. And one of my favorite parts about this tonneau cover, it's extremely easy to undo. Everything is made into the tonneau cover, so it's just a one-piece unit. And whenever you're done, you can just slide those in like so. And as you come back, you'll notice there isn't any rails that you have to install, so there really isn't a whole lot of stuff you need to do to get this thing installed. It does have a nice rubber coating underneath with 3 different stages, so that's going to help keep that water out. And as you go back, all you really need to do to undo it is just undo those little torque knobs in there, and then it'll come out basically pretty easily. It's 35 pounds, it's really light, and it is made of aluminum, which is going to be powder coated to give it a good look and help it resist against rust and corrosion. And so this is how far it does fold up. We're not going to be able to fold it any farther, but by using these straps, we're going to be able to drive like this without having to worry about this coming undone. So in this drivable position, we are going to take up about 26 inches of our bed, but if you need a little bit more, you can just take these 2 knobs that hold it into place off, and you can take this thing and remove it. We should have enough room for most of our 5th wheel hitches. They usually sit around here, and they don't really sit too high because these sit flush with your rails. So if that's something you're looking to use with this installed, just check your height and make sure that you're not going to have any clearance issues there. So if your 5th wheel doesn't exceed the height of the rails of your bed, you won't really have any issues with your vinyl top hitting your 5th wheel. So when comparing this to a tonneau cover like the Extang Exceed, the Exceed is going to be able to fold up to your cab of your truck. This one isn't going to allow you to do that, but it is super simple to undo if you needed to remove it. But this is a lot more cost effective than the Exceed. You're going to spend probably about twice as much compared to this one. So if that's something you really need, I would definitely go take a look at the Extang Exceed. But if that's not something that you really need, you can save a little bit of money by buying this tonneau cover. Both get the job done and honestly look pretty good. So this canvas top is going to be connected to the rails of the tonneau cover, so you're not going to be able to remove it. So if you lock your tailgate, no one's going to be able to access your goods. Yes, if they had a knife, they could probably access all your stuff, but if they don't have a knife, they're not going to be able to take this undone, kind of like some of those traditional canvas tops that have a hook and loop all the way around. You can just undo that. This one will give you that added protection when you lock your tailgate. So this is going to sit 1.25 inches from the side of your bed rails. So one thing I would add with this tonneau cover is it's pretty dark in there. And we don't even have a drop-in bed liner. So with a drop-in bed liner or a Line-X spray, it's going to be a lot darker in there. I know Extang makes a E-light. So their light is designed to fit into this track system. So if that's something you need, it isn't going to light up the whole entire bed, but I know that Tuxedo does make a nice hardwired lighting system for the whole entire bed of your truck. So whatever you need, if you need a little bit of light or a lot of light, we have that available here on etrailer.com. Well, driving with this tonneau cover, looking at it in my rearview mirror, it doesn't have any type of glare like you have with those vinyl tonneau covers. There's no glare. I can assume that it's probably quieter because I don't really hear a whole lot. And one of the main things is it was just a very, very easy install. It took me maybe 5 minutes at most. So let's just go ahead and I'll show you guys how easy it was. So to get this tonneau cover situated on our bed, all we really need to do is grab it like so and as you can see, the hook portion is what's going to go against your cab. So we're going to put that up, try to line it up properly. And once that's on there, we can go underneath and fasten them down.
So this is a tool-free install. All you really need to do is just fit it under there like so and twist it until it's tight. And you're going to have one of these on each side, so once this is nice and tight, you can do the same exact thing on the other side. And this truck bed doesn't have a drop-in liner, but some of them do come up and meet your rails here. If that's the case, you might have to drill a little hole, but it won't be a big one. But this should be able to fit with almost every single truck bed you have. It's that simple.
So once you get that done, there's not really a whole lot else you need to do. Just unfold these. Make sure everything's lining up nicely, and it is. And then what we can do, we can go underneath and latch this back into place. So these do stow away up top like so. And what we're going to do is it is spring loaded. So once we get to the desired spot, clamp underneath like that, and that's nice and solid into place. And once you do both sides, that's literally all there is to it. Well, thank you for tuning in and taking a look at our Extang Trifecta 2.0 tonneau cover on our 2019 Ram 1500.